Greetings from Peacefield Farms. It's been a long day. We started working out here at about 7:30, and it's now 8:30 in the evening, and just kind of finishing up for the day, and I thought I'd take a video here. We've got kind of an innovative means of keeping the weeds at bay in between rows. As you know, I do not spray in the garden, and but weed control is kind of a problem in that case. In between rows, you can usually use a cultivator. We planted ours a little too close together to get the Deutz, which is our bigger tractor, which is a 75 horse behemoth. But it's just a little too wide to get through the rows in a couple of places, so I don't really want to try and use it. And the Kubota, which I'm on now, let me hop off here so you can see. It's a 17 horse B series. Not much bigger than, I guess it's bigger than a garden tractor. It weighs, I don't know, about 1,200 pounds, something like that. Has, ag tires on the back and 3-point hitch and all. But it has this really nifty hydraulic blade on the front of it that is just wonderfully useful around here. It's nice because you can fit it in our barn over there and clean out stalls. We don't have any animals in there at the moment, but the previous people did, and so I cleaned out the stalls with it, and you can get it in there and push hay and stuff around. It's awesome. It's nice and small and really powerful for its size. But the cultivator I've got, I just took it off earlier because I'm going to try and get some fences sprayed in the morning. It doesn't have enough traction to pull it with enough sweeps on to actually do much good between rows, and it's kind of a pain to make a pass down the rows, go back, move the sweeps, come back, and it takes forever. So last year I kind of came up with a somewhat innovative method where I use the blade. I'll just take the cultivator, lower it a bit, drive along, and use the blade and the cultivator. And because you can angle it here, if you run along in second gear in a fairly good clip here, it just kind of pulverizes the dirt, pushes it to one side. You can go back around on the other side and do the same in the opposite direction. And it pretty much takes care of your weeds. It just kind of pushes them back and forth, and I thought I'd kind of show that off because it's really, I think, a great way to keep weeds at bay. It doesn't really matter if they get kind of tall like here. We've been really busy and with other stuff going on, and this foxtail had gotten really tall, and I don't really care around the popcorn here, but see if I can get over here where you can see it. Up in the rows around our plants, it was kind of getting to where it was like this, where it was just kind of out of control, and I didn't really want much of it going to seed. As you can see, it's pretty cleaned out now. See, it does a nice job. You can just run along with the cultivator down, maybe about 2 or 3 inches below the soil surface, and it on one pass, and it kind of breaks it up, and you've got just leaves the soil and leaves the grass pretty loose. Then you can just come along with the blade, and it just will push it all to one side of the row, and then you turn around and go in the opposite direction and pushes it back and just kind of fluffs it off in the middle here, and just does a really nice job. I'm gonna hop on the tractor here and give that a go so you can kind of see it. It's mostly done, and I just finished up here and thought I'd take a video, but let me hop on the tractor here and show you. Got my earplugs on here. As you may notice, this doesn't have a tack. That was not an option on the 70s beer series like this. Hope you can still hear me. It's pretty basic. 3-speed gearbox, the high and low, and then a 3-speed PTO. And here are the controls for the hydraulic blade. We've got up, down and up, and then side to side. And it's a trip blade. I don't really ever use the springs on it, but I guess if you were plowing snow with it, that would be nice. And normally you go along here in second gear, but I find it really difficult to drive, talk, and do the camera at the same time, so I'm just going to kind of drive along here a little bit slower than I usually do, but there you go. Well, I can't talk and do this at the same time, but there we go. go back around and do on the opposite direction. But I'm having a hard time doing this and filming at the same time. So I guess I'll just kind of give you a description here. And you can get pretty close to the plants, as you can see here. I got up nice and close with it. It's really controllable since it's in the front of the front wheels here. It's nice and controllable. And there we go. We just broke a clod and root there. Now this works really well when it's dry out, not so much when it's wet, but right now, kind of late summer, it just does an awesome job. Yeah, I know there are eggplants there. Let me turn the tractor off here. Yeah, there are Ichibons. I messed around and didn't get them watered the other day, and they look kind of crappy. I did the same thing last year. I don't know why I didn't learn my lesson, but there's one of the better looking ones. As you can see, they're kind of holy. I don't spray, and yeah, they're kind of a mess. The flea beetles just eat the crap out of them, but I don't really like spraying, and it's a little late for row covers, but anyway, thought I'd kind of give you a tour. There's kind of the, I don't know if you can see that or not. Alright, yeah, there's kind of what it looks like, and this was pretty weedy. It was kind of like over there, and I need to run around on this outer part. I just run with the cultivator and the Deutz, and that just does a nice job, but I don't have... This is, you know, narrow enough where when the blade is like this, it's only about 4.5 feet wide, and so I can just zip down the rows without any trouble, but it doesn't really have the power. I mean, again, it's, you know, only like a 17 horse, and the Deutz is 75, so it doesn't really have the oomph like it does, but does a nice job, and I thought I'd kind of show that. And anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Check us out at the Crawfordsville Farmers Market, or I guess, oh, check out my blog. The link is kind of down that way, I think. It's Zen and the Art of Tractor Maintenance. I'm kind of working on that and trying to get some stuff written up there, and yeah, check it out. I'll try and have some more stuff written. I have a few things on there, not too awful much, but oh, I'm guessing coming up on here in 7 minutes. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Come check us out at the Crawfordsville Farmers Market. Thank you.